Welcome to the blog for this week, and once again we talk about COVID-19 and what's in front of us and these restrictions. Some of them are a bit tough, as we keep on saying, that have been placed upon us, but where we're trying to assist is with the field selections and giving every participant a chance to race their horses. The balloting system didn't work for a number of reasons. There are other aspects that have been put before Harness Racing New South Wales that on assessment don't work. So the field selections will be by the duration between starts. To explain that, if a horse hasn't started for 14 days, it will get a start before a horse that has started 12 days ago or 10 days ago. We feel that this is the fairest way to give all participants an opportunity. Some will be caught up with that and miss out and probably won't race for a fortnight, but we've got to be very fair in this. The other aspect that's come to hand is also opportunities with race meetings. Now, the race meeting calendar was put together in February 2019. We're faced with the same number of race meetings. We have not deleted race meetings from the program willingly. They are still there. So the balance should be 2 a week, but through choices, that hasn't occurred through this period, and it will go on. Now, what Harness Racing New South Wales will do with the next calendar, that is from July onwards, we will relook at that calendar, reinvestigate where we can have 2 meetings a week. We run into another problem there, of course, because normally in September we have less racing as the 2 and 3 year olds are turned out for a spell. But we've moved the Breeders' Challenge into that time space, and also we expect at that time space that the regionalisation will be finished. That's all in the hands of the government, of course. Harness Racing New South Wales, like the other racing codes, must adhere to whatever limitations are put in place. So bear with us, and remember that on our website, go to our website and see what the changes are to the field selection and the programming. I'll be very clear about this, though. These don't affect the metropolitan meetings, that is Saturday night, and they won't affect the TAB Regional Championships. And talking about the Regional Championships, they're only a week away. IFORM, we've got our people at IFORM to have a look at what they think are the 5 top chances in each of the regions to compete in these championships. As I said, with the new field selection, the championships, the TAB Regional Championships, aren't contained in there. They're fresh nominations, and we're looking for horses in the first instance between 60 and 70 rating points. Of course, we know from our data they won't all be between 60 or 70, but as the 2 rounds of nominations come in, they will be the first horses selected. It won't have anything to do with the duration between starts. But have a look at these tips. I suppose they're not tips, they're predictions of the horses who will figure predominantly in the championships. And if you've got the horse that'll beat them out there, well, good luck to you, because they are $100,000 finals, 2 rounds of heats. I wish everybody the best of luck in these races. Don't miss the nominations. They close with the normal meetings, and this is a great opportunity for Harness Racing to take it forward. In the month of May, there will be other measures coming on behind that, and we probably won't see an uplift until after regionalisation. Earlier in the blog, I expressed how we're having difficulties with giving all trainers, all horses, runs when they want to run. We believe that new field selection policy will assist. It won't be perfect, but it will assist. But it's interesting to have a look at the results from the last week. There were 5 meetings in the last week where all the winners were trained by a different trainer. Now, if that's not spreading the opportunity, I don't know what is. There were 2 meetings where it was 7 out of the 8, but still, those opportunities were there. The other highlights that came during the week were doubles to Nathan Hurst and Peter Trevor Jones at Bathurst, which was a great effort to see. I don't mean to say this, but they're not the dominant trainers normally at those meetings, but they're getting doubles. Other places where we see that there are opportunities are at Newcastle, where Jack Allahan and Tom Eisen continue to dominate in that area. They've had 2 winners on the 18th of April. We look at that very interesting dead heat at Bathurst on the 17th of April, where Tom the Curious, Bernie Hewitt and Tamanisha Terra, Steve Turnbull, they dead heated with 2-year-olds in a maiden race against all age comers. What is great about that, they dead heated, they were 2-year-olds, both eligible, so I'm informed, for a Breeders' Challenge bonus. So they both win the bonus. Another thing was Menangle, the Golden Easter Egg. The Golden Easter Egg was a traditional race at Fairfield. The Menangle Club has continued that on, and it was great to see our Antonio Rose win. Bit of an upset on price-wise, but if you talk to the owner, Sue Townsend, she always thought that it could win. I congratulate the trainer, her husband Stan, for taking the opportunity of transferring that horse from the Western Districts back into the metropolitan area to Jason Grimson, and taking what he can and the advantages we have, or the protocols we have, to allow these horses from out of regions to come back in and race for that better prize money. So it's a Group 3 win for a very nice little filly in the Golden Easter Egg. So congratulations to them. And just to finish off on fillies and mares races, it was good to see Kevin and Kay Seymour's mare, Self Assured, win the first race at Menangle last Saturday night. It was a big night for Kevin and Kay because they also had 2 other mares win at Albion Park, so it was a treble for the night. But that's it for the blog this week. I wish you all the best in this week. Stay well, stay healthy. Remember your hygiene, your self-isolation when you're at race meetings or at trials, and we'll keep this our industry going. We'll continue to race whilst ever we follow our protocols, and we'll do our very best to deliver something to our participants. The board are working overtime. When I say overtime, they're continually having meetings, not being face-to-face, but day after day. The board are addressing all the concerns, as do management of Harness Racing New South Wales, to provide for you the best we can under these very difficult circumstances. Until next week, have a great week.